Sun Pharma, one of India's top drug makers, is getting an unexpected support in its bid to acquire Israel's Taro. In a dramatic turnaround, global equity fund Templeton says it will back Sun in that takeover battle. Templeton owns 10% in Taro and so far has acted hostile against Sun. Today's development and Templeton's support for Sun could tilt the balance in favor of the Indian company. Mark Mobius, chairman of Templeton, joins us now from Hanoi, Vietnam, on the phone line. Mr. Mobius, thanks so much for being with us on this piece of news. I guess the question everyone has is, what has made you change your mind?
What happened recently is that the Taro controllers wanted to have a shareholders meeting to pass a resolution absolving the directors, particularly independent directors, from any responsibility for the accounts of the company. And since no audited accounts have been issued for 3 years, we were very, very much opposed to that. And we realized that it was very important to accelerate the process.
Mr. Mobius, what is important is also to understand as to while you take this decision, should one automatically assume that you're pretty okay with the price at this level? It's
not a matter of price. The price, of course, eventually, if this company is properly run, will be much higher than what it is today, okay? But now what we must do is resolve this issue and ensure that the Supreme Court makes a decision quickly so that Sun can take control of the company.
Right, Mark, Templeton owns 10% stake in Taro. Are you confident that this issue will soon be resolved?
No, we're not confident. That's the reason why we are trying to accelerate the process. As you know, this has been tied up in the courts for a long time now, and we're waiting for the Supreme Court in Israel to make a decision quickly so that the situation in the company does not deteriorate.
Okay, I understand your point, but of course, back here, we'll probably have to get a better sense of whether or not this is welcomed by Sun in ways and to what extent does the market react to it. Thanks very much. A turnaround at Templeton towards Sun Pharma. Now, for the Sun side of the story, our correspondent Rumi Dada Hardas Malani joins us to give a perspective on what it means to the pharma major. Rumi, what are the immediate implications on Templeton's decision, besides the fact that it's going to have an impact on the stock?
Clearly, this could have far-reaching implications, because this certainly comes in as a huge positive, support coming in from a huge shareholder group holding around 10% equity in Taro. Remember, Sun holds close to 36% equity in Taro. So, given this kind of a support, there is a potential belief that the case, which is now with Supreme Court, will take cognizance of the issue that a huge shareholder group is backing the entire issue, and that is it is in the interest of a huge shareholder group to make sure that the management of the company goes in favor of Sun Pharma. We all saw the frustration that Mr. Mark Mobius was talking about, the fact that the company is not being managed properly, the audited results are not out. So these points would certainly be taken into account by the Israeli court, and there's a general belief that the entire process could be fastened and the entire thing would go about very quickly as it's being expected.
You think perhaps also there are some other reasons or other factors at play behind that change in mind?
Yes, indeed. As I clearly pointed out, that now a huge shareholder group is backing the deal. So that will certainly be kept in mind by the Israeli court, that it is in the interest of a larger shareholder group that the management of Taro goes in favor of Sun.
That is, Nikunj Dalmia tells us how and what it will mean to the Sun stock.
Just to give you a background here, Sun had made an open offer to acquire Taro in 2007, and that time the valuation were closer to $500 million. But in last 24 months, if anything has changed, it has not changed in favor of Taro. And the valuation of Taro, they actually have come down by about 150 to about $100 million. That is really the large explanation why Templeton is not really going to be opposing this bid now. Now, the stock was up 6% in today's trade. So one would really imagine that this was a case of buy on rumors and sell on news, because now you really need to understand that by the time Taro is going to be really be part of Sun Pharma's numbers, a lot has changed when it comes to the US generic market, both in terms of pricing and also in terms of the kind of manufacturing advantage Taro seems to be enjoying. Remember, for Taro, it's not been a one-way easy ride in the US market. So markets will like to react, but are we expecting a runaway rise of anything more than 3 to 4%, considering that it was a good Monday for Sun Pharma, it was a good Tuesday of 6% plus gains? I think it would really be unfair to expect anything more than 3 to 4% tomorrow morning.
Okay, watching out for the stock. Of course, interesting to note that suddenly when Taro's valuations dropped, the interest of Templeton has also dropped